Oh, so you like the Big 12 squad? Well, here's some good news. Now, every week you get 2 Big 12 squad shows. That's right. An hour plus of content from the Big 12 squad that you know and love and hosts across the Locked On Big 12 family. This week, we start our second squad show hosted by Jake Hatch, talking TCU and UNC. Who's going to win? Sit back, enjoy it. Happy fall and football season, everybody. And now, twice a week, you get the Dose Grande squad.
It is week 0. There's exactly one Big 12 team playing, but are they going to fall victim to the curse of the Emerald Isle? This is the Big 12 squad.
You're talking ball with the Big 12 squad. From Oklahoma State to Utah, from Kansas State to BYU, from Houston to Texas Tech, it's the local experts of the Locked On Podcast Network bringing you scoops, breakdowns, and the most comprehensive preview of the upcoming Big 12 weekend. Buckle up. It's the Big 12 squad, and we have a seat for you. No hurt feelings and thin skin allowed. Squad up. You're part of the Big 12 squad.
It is the Big 12 squad. Welcome in. I'm Jake Hatch. And yes, you are not missing the initial edition of the Big 12 squad. This is a second edition of the Big 12 squad. We have got a bunch of the hosts across from the Big 12 joining us. Cody Stovall from Locked On Oklahoma State, Mountaineer Paul from Locked On West Virginia, Nick Maravitz from Locked On Cyclones, Philip Mulford, Locked On Sun Devils, JT Wistersill joining us from Locked On Utes, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend is Chris Level, host of Locked On Texas Tech. Hope you all are doing fantastic out there. Please subscribe, rate, and review these shows, and help us keep our jobs. All right, gentlemen, let's dive right in. It is week 0. We have one team representing the Big 12, and they're representing the conference all the way over in Dublin, Ireland. What hijinks, what craziness are we about to watch play out across the pond tomorrow morning?
Is this excluding Jordan Hudson? Like, we're not talking about that, like, on the field? Are we focused on
yes,
that?
No. Yeah, Jordan Hudson accepted. What else we got?
I'll say this. They should, TCU should show up with a lot of fight in them, right? There should be a lot of...
oh, wow. Right out of the gate.
They should be ready. They should be showing up and ready to throw hands all day, every day on North Carolina. This is 2 teams that are an absolute disaster from a multitude of arenas, like especially, I don't know, inside the locker room. The Belichicks they could be a curse in and of themselves, North Carolina. And then you have what's happening at TCU. TCU, they have a lot of things they need to get off their chest. So they should be coming out of the gate and out of the game ready to throw hands and fist fight in a phone booth, baby.
So the question is, does Jaden Craig have family members he's going to want to get in a tussle with after this thing goes final?
There's some synergy from a year ago. Yeah, what was that? Avery Johnson's, what was it, like his dad and his brother?
His dad and his brother getting into it.
Yeah, like knocking each other out.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah. And you also, last year you also had, like, it rained once. Yep. You couldn't see the yard lines. It was like foggy. No, it was like, is my TV screwed? No, it's just like, it was Ireland, so what a mess. What a mess.
I don't mean to get off into the weeds too far, even though that's kind of what I do. I live in the weeds.
As long as you don't smoke it.
What is legal in Oklahoma? Guys, what is the point of all this overseas stuff? Like, I understand that Brett Yormark's trying to do something different. He's trying to help Big 12 with exposure, but I mean, I get it. Like, doing it one time a year or something, kind of cool. But having multiple games even discussed overseas doesn't make sense to me. It's not like somebody from the middle of Dublin, Ireland is going to watch this game and say, you know what? That was so amazing. Let me go book a ticket to Fort Worth flipping Texas. It ain't going to happen. I love Brett Yormark. I love the Big 12, but I don't get it. I don't get it, man. What are we doing?
The biggest thing
I'm from Fort Worth. I'm from Fort Worth, man. Like, don't be.
Yeah, and how many people from Dublin, Ireland, are watching team in purple?
People come from all over the world to go to the stockyards, man.
Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Landman, like the whole thing.
Philip Mulford, what do you got?
I got to view this as a slow burn thing, right? You're not going to go and someone's not going to fly out to go watch a TCU game back home. But I think back to what's happened with, like, Australian punters or Eastern European basketball players. And I say, and I know there have been a couple guys, like, you look at the rugby guys out in Europe, and I know there have been a couple guys. I want to say there is a couple guys actually in the NFL that are linemen.
Jordan Mailata, the left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, never played American football, but he's been a standout all-pro type player, but he's a rugby player.
Yeah, so it strikes me as, we're not going to go next year and say, wow, we have 5,000 more fans watching. But if you keep doing this year over year, you might be able to pluck some of the bigger bodies out of the rugby circuits and things like that. And then that does help the Big 12 because we can certainly go recruit someone that maybe rugby's not doing it for him, but they have the athleticism.
Not unless you're looking for a golfer.
Yeah, I mean,
in that particular country.
I don't appreciate you being all logical and reasonable.
I'm sorry.
I don't appreciate that.
I'm with Philip though. I think this is not just from a recruiting standpoint. I think everyone gets all up in arms about college football overseas when the truth of the matter is most of these teams do it once every 50 years. So I think it's an awesome opportunity, number one, for the student athletes who get to go overseas, and a one-time thing for these fans once every, like we said, literally 50 years was the last time Kansas State was over there. So I think it's fun. I would love if Utah got to do this one time. I think it'd be a cool thing.
We're going to London in a couple weeks, and I know the coaches are not happy about it at all because
I was going to say
Arizona State's schedule is awful.
Yeah, but Philip, and I think yours is a special exception because aren't they opening like an ASU London branch?
Yes, that's not why we're going.
Yeah,
that's
but
a Big 12 thing.
they're doing that in conjunction with it. The issue I have with Arizona State is you're doing that mid-season. Where
that's awful.
An opener, and this is you can get the team over there a week ahead of time, adjust, practice, all that type of stuff. Doing it midstream of a season, you mentioned the schedule is pretty tough for ASU. That's a pretty tough look.
Yeah, it means we have 9 straight weeks of football as well. I mean, I understood when like Notre Dame did the Dublin game. Right? You have the
look who decided to stop on by the way. So we can get him in here. There he is.
Oh, wow.
Dracus Tullius.
You guys, is the reference to new guy Nick? Is that who we're all excited about?
Yes, exactly. It's all about new guy Nick. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. You saw new guy Nick and Level in here, and you're like, "This is a monumental moment. I got to be a part of this.
Yeah,
I got to be here."
It's like someone's going to babysit.
We were betting on whether Bobby Petrino is going to show up to the post-game press conference with a neck brace and a black eye or not.
Yeah, on a motorcycle. Yeah,
on a motorcycle.
Are any of us giving any serious credence to UNC winning this game, by the way?
I think they have if Steven Belichick was there, I think they'd actually have a shot.
No,
their defense wasn't that bad last year. Their defense actually wasn't that bad last year.
JT always against the grain.
I'm just saying, if you look at their defense, man. If you look at their defense, they actually weren't that bad on defense last year, and the offense should at least be better under Petrino, who did a good job at Arkansas as the OC last year. That's where if there wasn't all this noise and chaos, I actually think they'd have a shot. But I do believe TCU rolls in this one. I'm just saying if Steven Belichick was there and there were a little less distractions, this roster on paper is better than last year. But yes,
do you know what TCU did to UNC game 1 last year?
I was there in person. I saw it.
Is it really? I really like
Michael Jordan, JT. Michael Jordan didn't even stay for the whole game.
No, he didn't.
I love the statement here of they'd have a better shot if there were less distractions. Yeah, RuPaul would be way less entertaining without all the wigs. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that's how bad it's gone for UNC. The fact that, hey, there's actually some things in here that could be better, but the GM's on leave. The coach's son, your DC, who actually is a good defensive coordinator, he's on leave as well.
Is he though?
It's just a mess.
Is he though? Like
which one? He was last year. He was last year and did a good job at Washington. He's done solid there. Their defense was actually they held most ACC teams in check scoring wise. Their offense just was awful.
JT. That's holding Stanford and Syracuse in check score-wise. Like, that's not holding. NC State put 42 on them. Duke put 32. Wake Forest put 28. Okay. TCU 48-4. Somehow UCF, put up 34-9. Like, I know they're not an ACC team, but like,
they held Virginia.
Stanford not putting up points is no. That's no mark of a good defense. That's a mark of.
If you're really looking for stuff to watch, you want to see what all the hype is about Jaden Craig. I mean, that's really really what everybody wants to see. And if this game is close, I think TCU's behind the scenes issues are bigger than we may realize.
So see, that's why Chris Level is the biggest, the best in the business. Because I was about to say the same thing to some degree. Nobody's talking about the fact that with all of the turmoil happening around North Carolina, if TCU doesn't win fairly convincingly, that's a pretty big black eye for the Big 12, and I do not want to see that take place.
You don't believe in Billy Edwards Jr., the journeyman? He's been everywhere, man. Wake Forest, Maryland, Wisconsin.
I was going to say, he is a well-traveled individual, gentlemen.
Yeah.
He has. I want to give the final word to Nick. So, new guy Nick, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to fight night. Really, I'm ready for it to be back. I'm ready for football to be underway. TCU should win this, but if they don't, it's not the end of the world either.
All right, coming up next, TCU is expected to be one of people still think they're a dark horse for the Big 12 title. Where do we think this thing is going with the season officially beginning tomorrow? We'll get into that next as the Big 12 squad rolls on. Today's show is brought to you by Lorene. Now, Lorene pouches are here for you guys when it comes to your needs for your energy. They have enamel supporting gum, and now they are launching a nicotine-free pouch. They're designed to provide clean focus while supporting enamel at the same time. Each pouch contains 50 milligrams of caffeine plus L-theanine and alpha GPC for smooth, steady focus without an energy crash. Because it's a Lorene product, every pouch also contains nano hydroxy of I'm going to butcher this, pitate, the mineral teeth are made of to provide daily enamel support between brushings. Lorene pouches are pouches that swap out the nicotine to give you clean focus and support your enamel the whole time they're in. They come in mint, cinnamon, and mango, making it easy to find a flavor that fits into any daily routine. Check it out today. Lorene pouches obviously are a big part. A lot of people want to get that extra boost when that mid-afternoon lull seems to kick in. I use it in the car, obviously, before we record as well, because it's easy to work into your routine. You can tuck one in and keep doing what you're doing, and every time gives you that smooth energy and focus without feeling jittery. So get started today. Go to give Lorene a try. Right now, Lorene is offering our listeners up to 50% off at buylorene.com/lockedoncollege. That's buylorene, BUYLARINE.com/lockedoncollege for 50% off. Today's show is also brought to you by Wayfair. Now, Wayfair is the spot, whether you're refreshing one room, getting ready for a new season, or finally replacing that piece of furniture you've been putting off. Wayfair makes it easy to find something that fits your home, your style, and your budgets. You can shop furniture and decor across a wide range of price points with quality materials and pieces designed to stand up to real life. I've got 3 kids. Trust me, my house has to have things that are going to stand up to the abuse my kids will put on them. And with Wayfair Verified Product Specialists, hand vet selected products through a 10-point quality inspection, looking at things like materials, functionality, features, and even how long they take to build. You can browse more than 20 million verified 5-star reviews along with real customer photos and feedback to help you shop with more confidence. So get started today. Go to wayfair.com today to join Wayfair Rewards and get 5% back on every purchase and start saving on your next home upgrade. That's wayfair.com to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
That first ad read, Hatch, you said a couple of those words, my seat started floating. I was
saying, well, MP's repping. Look what MP's got for us right there.
Hey. And Jake has great teeth. There it is. Jake has great teeth, so shout out to Lorene, man. Own your smile.
No doubt about that. Welcome back, as Drake likes to say, the Dose Grande squad. And gentlemen, we only have the one team playing week 0, but the Big 12 is ultimately going to, I think, be a wild ride this fall. I think a lot of us outside of JT Whistler still think that it's Tech and BYU on a collision course for AT&T Stadium come December. Oh, Phil, you're going to hop on the train with JT here and go against the grain?
No, that was me.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
Our head coach
he's not used to Nick talking, so that's why he thought.
Yeah. No, Iowa State. I mean, hey, our head coach voted ourselves in, so I don't see why.
Okay, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Confidence.
Okay, so Nick, I want your perspective on this because Iowa State is being picked by the vast majority of us to be near the bottom of the league. Full reboot with Jimmy Rogers, but he knows the lay of the land in the Midwest like anybody that is coached the level he's coached at. What are you expecting? Like, what do you think from your vantage point?
I mean, I think we'll make a bowl game. I think this defense is going to be a lot better than everyone thinks they'll be. I don't think this team is going to go and win a Big 12 title or anything, but I expect them to be better than the 4.5 wins. I don't see it being a problem for them to make a bowl game. I think that if you rely on the defense, we have enough on offense. It's not going to be awesome. It's going to be enough to get you by, though.
I love Nick. I like Iowa State. But
great. Here we go.
As Will Ferrell says, if you say with all due respect, you can say whatever you want. I think that we collectively have a better chance of watching, I don't know, Mike Gundy coach a lingerie football league with a baby cow on the sideline and a peacock up in the booth than Iowa State winning the flipping Big 12 this year. What did you think about your coach?
He never said that. By the way, are we Cody? Are we bringing that back next year if you're wrong?
Are we bringing what?
Oh, of course, it'll come back around, no doubt.
We'll make its way back.
Yeah.
Well, to answer where you were going with that, how do I feel about it? I feel great Is he wrong? Probably, yes. But what do you want him to say? It's his
I don't
first
know.
year in Ames. Like, he's got to buy the squad in on, this team can win. If he goes we're going to try to win 5 games. It's pity on us. We had trouble with the transfer portal. This whole team left. Iowa State's already a small market. Everyone's be like, I guess we'll just go watch basketball squad. He's got to make some we got to make some noise. We got to get the team bought in. I am totally okay with him saying that, even if he's wrong by a mile.
Okay, so
I love it. And
it's ridiculous.
Fiery, Nick, man.
It's insane. Like, I understand not having a defeatist mentality. Like, you want a coach with an ego. Of course, we all want that. But I also would want a coach that's going out on the recruiting trail, that's not lying to people and being, completely delusional.
Well, there's a difference.
That would be like
there's a difference between what you're saying to the media and what you're saying to recruits as you're actually on the recruiting trail. Like a coach saying it's the same thing where like Drake's mad at Kenny Dillingham for saying, hey, give us money. It's like, go out and give us money, right? Like we're in an NIL world, go give us money. We're going to be the best possible team we can in Iowa State's case. And behind closed doors, you're going to say, we're in a building process. Obviously, this is where we think you can. Yeah, but
to say you're like top 3, I could buy that, right? I could buy a coach saying, you know what, I think we're going to be top 3, we're going to be competitive. But to say that you're going to come out and win the league day one, it's ridiculous.
Would we be talking about it if he said top 3?
I'm with Cody here. In like, even think about the way that Kurt Signetti approached it with Google me, I win. Google me, I win. That was just a kind of a compartmentalized statement. Google me, I win. This was do you know who I am? I'm the head coach. Of course I voted for us. I voted for my guys. If every head coach did that, we would have no polls. It'd make no sense.
Thank you.
I won 500 last year.
It was worse that he said this to an anonymous poll, by the way. He didn't have to say anything. He's the one that took the anonymity out of it and was like, it was me. I was the only guy who voted for us. Well, don't say that.
I love that Cody is calling Nick delusional while he thinks UNT is all of a sudden going to go to the Power 4 level and win 10 games this year, by the way.
Hey, do they not teach math in the state of Utah, or at least where you're at? Because I'm pretty sure out of 105 players, when you only have 18, the percentages disagree with your ridiculous statement, sir.
You got blown off the face by Oregon last year, and now you're going to bounce all the way back to win 10 games.
What does that have to do? And who said we were going to win 10 games, by the way? Who said we were going to win 10 games?
The guy over Drake Toll, I believe, did. 9. Okay, sorry. 9, off by 1.
See, you keep coming at me. This is the second show. You're talking about receipts. If you're going to pull receipts, be a little bit more accurate. If you're going to come at me, my guy. Nobody said we were going to win 10 games, and nobody said that North Texas was going to make a move to automatically be good enough for the Power 4. But when you're talking about 18 players and at least 4 of them being NFL level, then what you're saying is absolutely preposterous.
Take it to Dublin. Take it to Dublin, boys.
A
parking lot in Dublin.
Yes, this deserves to be a parking lot in Dublin.
Or a locker room in Fort Worth.
On Iowa State, though, I will say on Iowa State, if you've got a quarterback, you've got a chance in this league. I like Jalen Raynor a lot. I think he's a really talented guy. I think it was vastly overlooked in the portal, and Iowa State was lucky to get him. Cody Jackson's a really good receiver. I like Cam Petaway as well. I know him well, right? So he's a player that I think will probably put up some yards from this year. So I do think their offense is going to be serviceable. I wouldn't be shocked if they won 6 games and was a tough out for week 5.
I agree.
DC's really good too. Their coaching staff's built. The DC's great. Yeah. Bobbitt's really good.
Nick, I'll just say this. You have Malachi Taase and you also have Isaac Terrell who are on this roster. Both in this great state of Utah. That gives you a leg up in many respects to have those guys on your roster. If you're
Terrell's nice. The Iowa State breakdown here on the squad show. This is good.
Okay, but Jay, so we've talked about Iowa State here, and Nick, I think that you're right in saying that. Hey, understand that Jimmy Rogers. What else is he really going to say? Well, like, really, what do you want him to say? You want him to go out there and say the sky is falling on us? No, that's not going to make people feel good about things. But I want to flip over, and I want Chris Level. I want your thought on this because where Iowa State seems to be looking up from near the bottom of the standings, well, Texas Tech seems to be looking down on the rest of us, and we need to dig more into that as we look at the Big 12 from kind of a 30,000 foot view, and we'll get to that next.
Anybody else lose them?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
It's close, though. You look good doing it. Today's show is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. 5 Hour Energy is exactly where I go on my Friday. And I'm thinking, gosh, it's the end of the week. I need a little bit of a boost. You got sweet tooth like I do. Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot is the exact nostalgic flavor to bring it back in a whole new way. It's a classic cotton candy taste that you remember, except this time it's that 5 Hour Energy flavor that brings the throwback and a little energy boost to kick into. It's become my go-to when I want something sweet without going overboard. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shots. Available online now at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. It's our friends at 5 Hour Energy.
Wow.
There we go.
Jake, you're muted. Jake, you're muted.
Hatch was muted for the entirety of the ad read. It's okay. We took care of that.
Still muted.
He's still muted.
Level, I think he pitched it to you right there, and surely Hatch can get the thing going. I guess Tech goes into the season looking down at everybody else. Can you give us an update to start on the Tommy Castellano situation and whether or not he could be a Red Raider?
Tommy, I mean, by the time that you
Level, I hate to pop you. Just for those who are unfamiliar, Castellanos was a quarterback at Florida State last year, has an extra year eligibility now, is weighing his options in college football, could return this season, and Tech is kind of in that lottery as of right now.
Yeah, by the time people are seeing this or consuming it, he could be already a part of the roster. It could still be being figured out, sorted through. Are we allowed to take NFL guys or minicamp guys, or what are you allowed to do? But yeah, it would be insurance. I mean, they were always supposed to have an extra quarterback, right? That was the plan with Sorsby, and then now he's not. So you kind of are one less than what you thought you would have back in December and January. And again, he's an option should you need it. Break glass in case of emergency, QB2, red zone threat. I mean, who knows? I don't know what he would be, but he would walk in here as the most experienced quarterback on your roster.
Chris, is the quarterback that beat Alabama the backup?
Kirk Francis.
Well,
he was a tall.
I mean, you're talking about Castellanos. I mean, he's not starting this season. That's a fact. So he would be either QB2 or QB3. Yes.
Is Kirk Francis a good player? I mean, obviously, I'm not asking to throw shade at him, but why are they not believing in him?
It's not about. I mean, if Jake was on here, I would go through the BYU example I gave everybody on our shows, because a few years ago, Tech's only trip to Provo, Utah, they had their first two quarterbacks hurt, and they had to take the red shirt off of an 18-year-old true freshman, and the only other option you had at quarterback was a receiver named Brady Boyd, and it just, folks, you won 12 games last year. You had three quarterbacks get hurt, like significant injuries. Paul, you may remember one of them, because one of them was they put in Mitch Griffiths in that game just to kind of get to the end of the game, and his knee gets blown up, and he wasn't 100% for the Orange Bowl. So you just can't have enough options if you're trying to play an extended season, and that's the goal. So we'll see, but I mean, Will Hammond is the guy. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. So, but you can't have enough options at that spot.
So
it wouldn't create there's no late competition here. It would not create a starting job opening at Tech. Okay.
No. Is Joey McGuire doing everything he can to try to be the Lane Kiffin of the Big 12? Like, I figured after the Sorsby saga, like, this Castellanos conversation wouldn't really enter the picture, because there is some negative connotations involved to it. And I do believe, like Ross Jellender just tweeted this morning, that the Big 12 is also considering pursuing the SEC deal where NFL players are not allowed to play in, college flipping football. I don't understand why Tech would go this route. You already have the best roster in the league. You don't need this black eye after the black eye you just went through. So why is Tech exploring this, brother man?
Okay, two things. They don't give a damn about any black eye. They could care. They just want to win. Zero F's given as far as what anybody else thinks. Two, this is a player that wasn't in the NFL. He had a mini camp tryout. That's the extent back in March or April, and that's the extent of it. That doesn't apply to what the new rules that were laid out by the Big 12 or the Big 10 or whatever. And I get the negative connotation, but they're only doing it because the other guy was ineligible. But I get it. I mean, if people want to, toss out bows and arrows, and you're just going to keep dodging them. But they're looking to add an insurance policy. They have money left over that was supposed to go to Sorsby, so it doesn't really cost them anything. They had an open roster spot. I mean, and it's the most important position on your team. So that's why they would do it.
Lucky they have one. West Virginia may be in a situation in a couple of weeks if Lorient, and it's in basketball, but if Lorient and Buchanan become ineligible due to whatever happens with the NCAA, that couple $1 million may not have anywhere to be spent because there's nobody left to get. So at least you guys possibly do have somebody to pick up.
Yeah, we had two.
Jake, did you enjoy that conversation, Jake? Did you enjoy that?
Fantastic. Let me tell you.
There it is.
I mean, in Houston, Houston just took Miles Rouser.
Yeah, it's not just
Jay's a similar situation where he was in the Seahawks camp but didn't get an offer, didn't get paid.
I mean, so and again, it's semantics, I guess, but the folks at LSU were taking, these were in training camp, catching passes in the preseason games and all that stuff. And so I don't know where the lines are blurred or the rules should have been changed back in when the 5-for-5 passed, because what they're doing now, it's like trying to overhaul an engine in an airplane that you're currently flying. It doesn't really make up your mind. It's tough trying to work on an engine on an airplane that's in the air, but this is what we're all trying to do.
Not all of us. Our coach isn't trying to grasp for extra players.
He's just shooting wild animals.
Oh, the G5 guy.
He's not taking care of armadillos in his yard.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome back, Mike Gundy. He's back.
Hey, he ain't rattlesnake hunting yet, but he's got to get there, right? It starts with armadillos. He'll get to rattlesnakes. He'll be a man. This will be a thing.
Well, okay, real quick on that, I know I missed most of this conversation, but BYU has a guy, Waylon Lopwa, who's an all Big 12 honoree. They don't have any room for him. And so some of these programs, you're just strapped. You just don't have an opportunity to grab guys. And I think a lot of coaches, unlike a Lane Kiffin, are unwilling to cut a guy right now and say, hey, you've been through months and months of working out, all this, and say, hey, by the way, now you're out. And I'm putting this new guy back in there.
Would they have to do that, Chris? Would they have to do that to make room for Castellanos?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Joey McGuire was that. And like, I know Joey or whoever associated with Texas Tech has been piled on, but Joey was actually part of the AFCA ruling that came up with the ghost transfer. Like if you take a ghost transfer, you have to sit 6 games if you're the head coach. He was part of the inner committee or whatever that came up with that. So I don't know if the Castellanos thing will have progressed enough by the time people consume this, or if it will still be, but this is part of why it hasn't been official or made official yet, because they're trying to sort through. They just don't want to take somebody that, the injunction goes away or like is deemed ineligible. I mean, the whole thing. So they're trying to sort through the legalities of everything before it would officially be added. But there is definitely mutual interest, but as I've laid out as to why.
Yeah, that happened to us with the national injunction, where we had 2 guys on campus that we were going to sign theoretically as of Saturday, and then this day happens, and all of a sudden it's just these part and parcel injunctions. I guess it's good that we didn't have them on the roster and fully committed, but I mean, can we just? I know this is preaching to the choir, but can we just have some rules that people follow? Like, regardless of, I don't care what it is, but can we all agree as a NCAA, as a college football program, to like say the 2022 class is eligible or not, and just move on with our lives? Like,
you mentioned NCAA, man.
You're asking for common sense from the NCAA. That's never going to happen.
You're right. This may get some criticism, but Rich Rodriguez just turned down 2 starters from last year to come onto the roster that we have room for because he says, no, I'm not going to kick 2 players off this team. Yeah, because they've been here all summer. They've worked really hard to be in the spots that they're in, and we would have had to make some room for one of the guys, and there's just no way.
I would say that's more commendable than controversial.
Absolutely. But some people would say, win at all cost. I get that.
Got you.
But at the same time, it's like, man, they got their injunctions, right? And they feel like they should have a place to go. And the NCAA has created this problem for themselves as well. Yep. Some people speculate whether or not they did it on purpose. I don't give them that much credit. I don't think they had that much foresight. I think at the end of the day, they just are making rash decision after rash decision that makes no sense. And like Chris said, great example about trying to fix an airplane that you're currently flying. It's perfectly what the NCAA is.
Well, Paul, with respect to win at all costs, one could argue that what Rich Rod is doing is the winning play, right? If you bring 2 guys in, like one of the most important things about fall camp, especially like on the lines and things like that, is can we build chemistry? Can these 4 or 5 guys, can these guys in the offensive line, defensive line, whatever, can they build that chemistry and be more than just the sum of their individual players?
Yep.
And if you kick 2 guys like a week before the season starts because, oh no, we got some better guys coming in, I'd argue that does more damage to your team than bringing in guys that, 10% better.
No, it's going to break the confidence of a lot of people.
100%.
And Paul, I would tell you that the one loophole that if those guys are still hanging around and they still would like to join, if there is an injury to a player on West Virginia's roster where they are out for the year, you are allowed to move them off of your 105 and you have an open spot. So I think that's what you could see.
One step closer to semi-NFL football.
I mean,
well, it already.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but man, we are
Injured reserve. It's a thing. All right, that's going to do it for this second edition of the Locked On Big 12 Squad. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. This is going to be a thing we're doing going forward. Drake, correct me on the format here. We're going to put episodes out. Are we talking Thursday and Friday? What's the new format going to be?
We may do Wednesday and Friday. Even more fun. Yeah.
Yes,
You can fully expect the Wednesday show to be a reaction show. A lot of the same cast and characters on both. The guys who have available schedules. We'll give you as much Big 12 content as we can. Hatch is going to lead the way on Friday. Super excited about this. And even more Big 12 talk every week.
Will his Wi-Fi be better next time? Will his Wi-Fi?
Yes, it will be.
It's okay. I edit the shows. We'll fix it.
Drake's got it covered. But that's Cody Stovall from Locked On Oklahoma State. Drake Toll, of course, host of Locked On Big 12. Mountaineer Paul from Locked On West Virginia. Philip Mulford, Locked On Sun Devils. JT Wistersill, some show called Locked On Utes. Whatever. Chris Level, Locked On Texas Tech. And, of course, new guy Nick, host of Locked On Cyclones. I'm Jake Hatch, host of Locked On Cougars. Please subscribe, rate, review all of our shows. Help us keep our jobs. And check us back next week right here on the Big 12 Squad.